From a power-sucking tail to cheek-mounted antennas, this tiny electric type will put your Wi-Fi router to shame. Welcome back to Teatime Tales. This week we're covering one of the smallest and possibly most mischievous electric types in Pokemon's history.
Teddygram for Hatter. Teddygram for Hatter.
Ah. It's a fruit-infused note. If it's anything like the Spinnerack episode, I know who this is from. It reads, "Stop talking and get to the cuteness." Right, direct. Well, as chosen by Agent Cherry, our guest this week is Dedenne. This little Gen 6 standout is insanely adorable, although is also a little bit of a menace. Let's begin with the name breakdown. Dedenne is likely a combination of three words: the Japanese word denki, meaning electricity, yamane, meaning dormouse, and antenne, the French word for antenna. Dedenne's physical appearance draws from three real-world rodents: the aforementioned dormouse, the gerbil, and the hamster. Our guest also draws inspiration from TV antennas, which are directly represented by the whiskers on its cheeks. Now, you're probably thinking, the rodent inspiration makes sense, the electric typing checks out, but where on earth does the fairy typing come from? Well, this actually stems from French folklore, specifically a reference to La Petite Souris, which translates to the little mouse. This is essentially the French version of the Tooth Fairy, whom visits children to exchange baby teeth for coins. Ah, what a cute piece of folklore, and... What's this, Slowpoke? Why has my electric bill quadrupled in the last few minutes? Right, I think this week's segment should clear up why our guest has just racked up a massive utility debt. A segment that I'm going to call Current Curiosities. Now, let's take a closer look at our guest. Oh, wow, wait, that's a bit too close. Let's just adjust the camera. There we go. Right, where was I? Ah, yes. Let's take a look at the whiskers and tail. Starting with the whiskers. I mentioned earlier how Dedenne's whiskers look a lot like antennas, and according to its Pokédex entries, that's sort of what they are. Its entries across Sword, Violet, and Legend ZA all reference that they can send and receive messages in the form of electrical waves via their whiskers to communicate with each other, over vast distances too. Blimey, that puts my Wi-Fi router to shame! Moving on to its tail design, notice how it sort of resembles an electrical plug. This is also backed up by its entries from Ultra Sun, Shield, and Scarlet, specifically how it siphons electricity from people's houses to charge itself up, as it can't generate enough electricity on its own. Oh, so that's why our electricity bill's gone up. Dedenne just needed a top up. Oh, I think we can all relate to that, right? However, if you think about all the Pokédex lore we just discussed, those whiskers share locations of electrical sources with other Dedenne, which means... Uh-oh. What the blazes? Where did you guys come from? Put that down, crying out loud. Go over everywhere. Now my phone's ringing. Hello? What do you mean my electric bill's gone up?
A few moments later.
Right, now that all the extra guests have gone and my utility bill's been settled, let's relax, grab ourselves a fresh brew, and take a look at some of the great art in this week's Card Breakdown. We start things off today with this brilliant Sword and Shield promo, illustrated by Yu Nishida. This one feels like a chaotic fever dream in terms of its colour scheme. Our guest's expression is if it's just been zapped into a mystical realm of lush shapes and vibrant colours. It's just fantastic! Next up, we have this fabulous recent piece from Perfect Order, illustrated by Hyo Gonosuke. What a warm, picturesque autumnal interpretation we have before us. Our guest just relaxing, all the while the gorgeous amber leaves cascade to the ground. Anyone else craving a cup of chai right now? Before we head to our last card for today, Cherry has picked a card she believes is deserving of an honourable mention, and Cherry's choice in this case is a rather endearing piece from Unified Minds, illustrated by Saya Soluta. This is a great piece of art for two key reasons. One, because it showcases Dedenne out in the wild, casually chowing down on a snack whilst being hooked up to a branch, and two, Saruta's artwork has a secret, which I'm a huge fan of. The artwork is hiding a Pokeball. Can you see it? Pause if you'd like to. If you said it's hidden next to this leaf, then you're absolutely correct. And our final exhibit today comes to us from Silver Tempest, illustrated by Shibulingo. This art comes full circle with everything we've talked about today. A cameo of Toge Demaru, almost turbocharging our guest, paired with the expression of, I have the power! All of these elements combined make for a fabulous piece of art to finish off today's list. And that's all on Dedenne. Thank you so much for joining me for this week's Teatime Tale, and a massive thank you to Agent Cherry, wherever you are. If you enjoyed this week's episode and want to see more, feel free to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss it for when we invite a new guest over for tea. And if you want to see more videos, feel free to check out last week's episode on Luminion right over here. Until the next time, have a blessed day, and do stop by again.